YouTube says I have an excellent connection. How nice. YouTube says I have an excellent connection. How nice. Alright. YouTube says I have an excellent connection. It's a little behind, but that's nothing unusual. Cool. Cool, we're live. We're going to have a great time. And I have... Okay, you don't understand. I have to do this. I've been working all day on chemistry homework. But it's like really weird. It's not like anything that difficult. But it's just kind of difficult. It's just kind of time consuming. Like, it takes a while to... He practically gives us the answers, or at least all the formulas, and then you just plug stuff into the formulas. And, I mean, I guess that's the basis of science. But the problem is it takes a while sometimes to find the correct formulas. And there was one problem that I had, like, no idea how to do. It was like... I think it was something like... Hold on, let me find it. I think it was question 53 from our textbook. Yeah, we're supposed to use the molar volume of a gas at STP to determine the volume occupied by 33.6 grams of neon at STP. I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, I kind of know. I don't know what the molar volume is. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to do. The problem is I can't find anything on it. I can't figure out how to do it. I feel like I've tried a few different methods of trying to find this on my own, between some research and what I've done, which I keep getting 36.5 liters, which almost seems like it's supposed to be the correct answer. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the answer, but the textbook says it's like 37.3 in the answer section. So that's some very dark light. Again? Is that... How come none of the lights are smooth? This is so weird. So yeah, it's just... I don't understand exactly what was going on there. I don't know what we were supposed to do. I hear lava. That is lava. This I should block this off. Yeah, if anyone knows how to use molar volume to find the volume of a different, or one, I don't know, I was thinking that we were supposed to use the ideal gas law first, but then it didn't work because it's almost like we've got too many knowns for that. If anyone knows how to do that, please let me know. I need to pass this final. I need like a really good grade on it. Anyway, enough thinking about chemistry. We are actually on the Skepticraft server now. Not Skepticraft. Wow, that was a really old server. We're on Shadowlands. I guess the name for Shadowlands should have changed. I guess I blew right by my I don't understand this glitch. It's 1.14.1 now. Anyway, we're on the Shadowlands server because I'm brain dead right now and can't think about chemistry at all at the moment. So I figured it'd be a good opportunity to you know, just stream for a bit, have some fun, relax, give my brain a rest, or at least a chance to rest. Oh wow, iron right there. Not that iron's rare or anything, but anyway, the reason I'm going back to grinding here is because I've been trying to build some farms, but I'm realizing that those farms are taking up a lot of resources, and I did not actually... It's very difficult to collect the resources, so I want to start gearing up because I think that I'm going to want to... I think I'm going to want to like fight a dragon soon. Get stuff. Hold on, I gotta switch this out. I really think that I want to fight a dragon and get some elytra, or elytra. I'm pretty sure. I like to call them elytra. It doesn't really matter, does it? But anyway, yeah, it's just very difficult to gather like quartz in the nether when you have to walk everywhere. Like building my my little, sorry, my dog is barking like crazy and it's making it hard to think. Anyway, my nether portal in the nether is just hanging precariously over a big pit of lava, so like if a gas blows me up, I guess I'll die. Yeah, it's not ideal. For one thing, I want to like, wow, thank you server, thank you Shadowlands server. For one thing, I want to actually kind of make that a little more enclosed, at least for now, because there's not like a whole lot I can do about it without elytra. But I would like it to be easier to access with elytra later on. Want to help me with the Guardian Temple? That is something else that I want to do. Okay, so part of my sugarcane farm, which the video is not actually released yet, but you'll see the video. One thing that I wanted to use for that was sea lanterns. The problem is, sea lanterns are not something that we have yet, and they're pretty expensive. So, I want to build a guardian farm, I think, and then what I can do is use the drops from the guardians to get the sea lanterns. It's pretty typical now, but I just have never done it because servers have never lasted long enough. So yeah, once we get a guardian farm, I think I'll be able to do some cool things with that. And I really like a lot of the blocks that come off of that. A lot of the blocks that you can make with the guardian drops. Now I hear a bat, which means there's probably a cave nearby. I do not want to explore caves. Oh, it's getting closer. No. Please. I'm just going to break one of these blocks and it's going to be a creeper and just my entire life is going to flash right before my eyes. Wow, I am not speaking all that effectively right now, am I? I told you I'm completely brain dead from doing chemistry with homework. Gotta teach me how to record. Don't know how to record Minecraft. I don't know if my sister's computer would handle recording. She's on a Phenom 2. I mean, she's using DDR2 RAM. If that tells you anything. If you're tech savvy like me, you might. Well, I'm not the most tech savvy, but I understand older technology pretty well. Like, it works fine for gaming, but the problem is her processor is just going to be way too slow on the single-threaded performance. Like, maybe she can record in 480p or something. I don't even know. 480p, 30 FPS, perhaps. I'm going to leave all this open because I like the natural light of lava. Yeah, she's... Okay, I don't know if anyone saw the video of the two of us rebuilding her computer, but it was basically my dad's old main PC. But that CPU is like 10 years old now, so it's pretty well near useless. It's paired with a RX 550 that I managed to find and got it for like $30. It was a really good deal. It was pretty awesome, but the problem is that those specs just do not scream recordings. That is a cave. Okay, I'm going to just block this off because I do not feel like dealing with mobs. Like, okay, you guys would think, oh, just explore the cave. It's got good things. No. I swear I've had way more luck finding diamonds just strip mining at like level 10 than I have exploring full-on ravines. Like, honestly, caves are more likely to kill me than to give me diamonds. It's not worth it, I think. I'd rather just strip mine for 3 days straight. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know what, we're just gonna keep mining. Now, I did break off my diamond pickaxe, but I do have more diamonds now, like, I think like half a stack, so I am going to be okay, but I do want to get more diamonds so that I can comfortably make all of the resources I'm going to need. Now, you might be thinking, Josh, why are you mining coal? Because I feel like it. That's really the only answer. Okay, coal is so underrated. Also, see, it leads to stuff like this. Did my torch just break? It was up for 3 seconds and it's already broken? Jeez. Yeah. Coal is kind of underrated when people mine. It's not... Actually, I'm probably just overrating it, to be honest. It's not that valuable. But early game, you definitely need a lot of coal. Like, you will burn through coal really quickly. You wouldn't think so, but you do. At least I do. Now, I have found out that in 1.14 we now have bamboo. And bamboo can actually be used as a fuel source. And it sounds like it's a completely... Well, you have to build like the farm. But it can be used... It doesn't have to be smelted or anything to become a fuel source like kelp does. Or wood to turn into charcoal. No. It is completely 100% passive from what I've heard. So you could build a kelp farm. Hey, I see cobblestone over there. That's either a spawner or somebody's been here. So being that kelp can be used as a completely passive fuel source, I think I do want to use that to make, I don't know, some kind of a farm. I'm not sure yet, but did I say kelp can be used as a passive fuel source? I meant bamboo. You guys know what I mean. Oh my gosh, there's so many goodies over here, but there's so much lava in the way. I should have brought a water bucket. I have an idea. That wasn't actually that helpful. Wait, there's more.
You want a Chick-fil-A tonight?
Nah.
No?
I'm so tired from doing homework.
Yeah. Get it all done, or you still got more?
I've still got more. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not. The answer is very simple. You're delusional. I protect my food pretty well. Who does my dad think I am? He should know me better than this. Look, I'm really paranoid right now. Okay, see, this is why I can't deal with caves. I just mined like a full 6 redstone blocks and more than fell. Okay, you know what? I take it all back. This cave is actually being kind of nice to me. There are mobs. I'm out. Nope. Nope. You can have your diamonds. How should we handle this? The question is there any way for them to get to me? That's the main concern. That's a creeper. I'm out. Nope. Not dealing with that. Not in a million years. Okay, I need to deal with this creeper effectively. I'm also going to block some of this up because I know I'm just going to run in fear and just run straight back into the lava. Well, maybe not. I'm an above average Bed Wars player, so maybe I think I'm above average. Come on, creeper. Actually, I really don't want this guy blowing up my diamonds. Fortunately, he seems completely... Let's see if the zombie's smarter than the creeper. They're both just stuck there now. No, they're not. Wait, what? Oh, I was about to say. Get in the lava. That's right. Can I handle the creeper just as effectively? Yes. Oh my gosh, there's more zombies. Leave me alone. Okay, ready? Where are you? I'm in a cave. Wait, they can go through here. No, there's a flaw. Actually, that worked out pretty well. I'm fine. Anyone else? I fought like 6 dudes and they all died to lava. There's only 1 diamond, and I'm out. I'm not dealing with skeletons next to lava. No thanks. Have a good day, sir. Maybe I should just stop mining this direction. It's probably safer, but whatever. I am going to go ahead and continue on anyway because I feel like it. I just don't feel like running all the way back. How boring of a stream would that be? It'd be almost more boring than watching me mine in a straight line for hours on end. Well, probably not hours on end. I don't have that much time to finish my homework. Okay, considering I still have like probably about 50 questions to answer before tomorrow, maybe less, but quite a few questions left, and they're all due tomorrow at 9 a.m. when my class starts, or 9:30 actually. That doesn't buy me a whole lot more time though. These mobs are really fun. Is that a drowned? That is terrifying. Nope. Alright, well, I'm gonna call that as far as I can go. I do not feel like dealing with mobs. I'm so paranoid. I have a single diamond, okay? I will throw out some of this trash. That's good enough. I'm gonna mine in a completely different direction. What are you guys gonna do about it? Quality commentary. Oh. Ran out of food. Okay, if my spacebar sounds weird, it's because it's not a very good... Well, it was a good keyboard for a membrane keyboard. I'm going to block these off because they're done. This was a pretty decent membrane keyboard when I got it, but it is so worn out that, like, my spacebar sticks quite a bit. Also, I've completely, like, well, this happened within, like, the first 2 months, but when I first got the keyboard, I completely wore off my control and shift keys from playing too much Bed Wars. So, and my shift key, like, from where my fingernail hits it, when I press it in, just because of the way my hand is, I have to move my my pinky back and my fingernail digs into the control key. That left control key not only doesn't have any symbols on it anymore, it has like a massive dent where my fingernail is pushed into it so many times. I did just find out about like some really cheap mechanical keyboards that look pretty nice from AliExpress, which sounds kind of horrible, but they actually look... It was a trusted review, and they actually look pretty nice. I think I've got a pretty good idea. There's like several, and there's the one that I want is like $30, so maybe it'll go on my birthday list. I don't know. It might go on my birthday list for this year. Where's the entrance to my mine? You do. Does this person realize that I'm like on the other side of the world from her? Like I saw where she's at, and I'm just nowhere nearby. I hear a lot of cave noises, or like mobs in caves. I do not want to encounter any of them. Please just let me pass under it. What other interesting stories do I have to tell? I don't really know. There's not like a whole lot of awesome things going on right now. I'm just kind of pillagers taking over spawn. Yes, they are. Honestly, there's not like a whole lot going on except for school. But it is finals week, which is awesome. I'm like so ready to be done with this semester. It's been honestly a little bit harsh on me. That is a cave. No. No! That is horrifying. Please die fast. Yes, you guys shoot each other. That is a great plan. Yeah, this is not something that I'm going to go with. That's as far as I'm going. That's literally it. You guys have no idea how badly I hate caves. I mean, sure, the last one gave me a diamond, but did you see what I had to fight to get one diamond? What am I gonna do with one diamond? Make a diamond shovel? It's pointless. Yes, the pillagers will take over your island. This person does not. My sister does not realize how many pillagers I've seen. You're gonna find out in You're gonna find out actually in my next video of this server, because I recorded it like every time a pillager mob came after me. I must have had like 4 or 5 of them come over and try to take over my house. 4 or 5 groups, I mean, like not just individual pillagers, like full groups of pillagers. I got completely ambushed multiple times. It wouldn't even be that big a deal if it was just the pillagers, because they only shoot like first off, they take like half an hour to aim, and then they only shoot like every hour, like every other hour. It's pretty slow. But there's one dude who has this axe. He does 7 hearts of damage. It's ridiculous. What am I supposed to do against that? I can't fight someone who does 7 hearts of damage with a less powerful weapon than like a diamond sword. Of course that is with iron armor, but even with diamond armor, I think like all of your health would still be gone in one hit. And if you were fighting multiple packs of these guys, yeah, you'd have a really hard time. No. I don't know why my sister keeps asking about my whereabouts. Like, I'm not really that close. I'm fairly close to Spawn Island, I guess, but not that close. Like, you'd have to swim for a few good 15 minutes, maybe. Now, once I get Elytra, I'm sure I'll be back and forth in like 3 seconds. But until then, I'm just gonna have to. You broke the pillager? I don't think that's possible. They'll spawn there as long as it's a pillager chunk. I don't know what the technical term is, but that's what I'm calling it. Because I watched Exumavoid's video, and he was explaining how to make a pillager farm, and he dug out the entire area, and it spawned pillagers still. So I don't think that's gonna make a difference. What if I just saw pillager raids just like coming after me in the mines? How terrifying would that be? Just had to make sure. Could you just imagine, like, you're just sitting here, minding your own business, just having some fun. Oh, you broke the pillar. Okay, I see what you're saying. Imagine you're just like chilling, having some fun, mining some diamonds, and then like all of a sudden you turn around and 90% of your health is just vanished into thin air. Could you imagine? Like, that'd be really terrifying. I think it's a pretty scary thought. I do not want to burn a crafting table. That'd be pretty funny, huh? I'm gonna punch this thing with my cod, because why not? Maybe I'll just go around this thing for now. Those bone placoons. What? The skelly bone noises are getting really close. It's kind of frightening. No. There we go. I really hope this doesn't lead to a cave. Caves are terrifying, man. Have I mentioned how much I hate caves this episode, or on this stream yet?
Why is there laundry all over my computer room?
Oh, because we were working on it. It was...
What's clean and what's dirty? There's like laundry everywhere.
all of it's dirty. Well, I mean, if it's in a basket, it's clean, but if it's on the floor, it's dirty.
There's laundry over by my arcades on the floor.
Do you see how much laundry there is?
Yeah.
Well, I think that if the laundry was folded nicely, we wouldn't have to wash it. Maybe Dad should do laundry. I don't know. Maybe. Just a thought. Honestly, when you're like, okay, you think laundry is kind of pretty simple. I guess if you're on your own, it is pretty simple because I can figure out my own stuff just fine. But it's like half the stuff I look at it and I'm like, is this my sister's gymnastics outfit or my mom's underwear? Like, I have no idea. It's like if you're just asking me to use a washing machine and dryer, that's fine. I can figure that out on my own. But okay, she's watching the stream. If you are asking me to do a washer and dryer, I can figure that out. But if you ask me to like sort out everybody's clothes and put them in the correct baskets, like before you get home, and you give me no guidance, I'm just not gonna understand, man. Like you're probably gonna end up with someone else's clothing. Like I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Dennis Gray. How are you? Welcome to the most interesting live stream ever, where I talk about homework and doing laundry. Homework and doing laundry is about the two most interesting topics that you could possibly talk about. Okay, homework. Okay, actually, wow. Schoolwork can be an actually pretty interesting a pretty interesting thing to talk about for like college students, because it's actually there's actually quite a bit of it usually, and it can be really stressful. So especially if like you and your friends are in the same classes, that really helps out, because then you can just be like, dude, how do you do this? And believe me, I've done that multiple times just today. And then the answer was, I don't know, I don't have my papers. Yeah, I eventually figured most of it out on my own, but I still have a lot more that I need to work on. I'm finding quite a bit of stuff, but I really need some diamonds. Like, I found one diamond that I had to fight for. Tell me why that was worth it, huh? Why do people like caves so much if they get, like, one diamond after a nice, fat, juicy, near-death experience? I don't know, maybe some people do like Minecraft. Maybe people like 8v1ing mobs next to lava. Maybe it's not that stressful for them, but I came here to, just chill out and relax from my stressful homework, so stress is not something that I really feel like dealing with at the moment. Well, me stabbing mobs and mining blocks is my stress relief, I guess, but stabbing mobs is only not stressful if you don't have a lot of stuff on you that you value. Where did I... Oh. Wow, I had to dig way down. So I'm trying to get back into my lawn care business, which has been kind of rough because I've been... well, first off, every spring break we like to go on vacation now, so I've kind of... That's pretty much the perfect time to start mowing, and I've been gone on that week exactly, so it makes it hard to get a start. I mean, I guess I could set out flyers ahead of time, but then it's like, hey, my grass needs to be cut this weekend, can you do it? And I'm like, no, sorry, I'm like on the other side of the continent. Well, not on the other side of the continent, but I'm nowhere nearby. Actually, that kind of did happen to me, though. Like, not with lawnmowers, but someone wanted to buy a computer that I was selling, and they were like, dude, what, can you meet? I'm like in the area from a little ways away. I really need to meet tonight, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm out of town right now. Another person wanted to buy it, and they'd talk to me, and I don't know, I thought I'd responded. And when I got back, I was like, okay, I just decided to double check, and I was like, hey, are you still interested in buying this computer? And he's like, dude, you're crap. You took way too long. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was on vacation. I was out of town. I told you I couldn't meet right away, and I'll meet later. And so they said they didn't want the computer anymore, and then so I offered it to someone else. I told them sorry I was out of town, and then I offered it to someone else because I thought they weren't interested. And then they were like, well, you know what? I still need the computer. I'm like, I don't even remember what my response to that was, but it was just ridiculous. Now, for some reason, my sister decided to open my door without any prompt whatsoever, and she is now staring at me.
10 seconds way behind.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty normal.
About mowing lawns right now.
Okay.
But
I don't know what my sister expects. Okay, leave me alone. I'm streaming on an i5 3470. It's not exactly the most powerful processors. People were trying to actually convince me that like this was completely useless in streaming, which it's not. It is able to stream. It just doesn't stream like great. Like I have to manage my settings a little bit.
sounds great. When you need to teach me how to record.
I don't know if you listened to the part of the stream where I said that you probably can't record.
Oh yeah, you said that I can only record with like 40 or 30.
Yeah, exactly. You can try it, but you're gonna have to turn your settings like way down.
I have to spend so long in telling me how much I should get the
What are you talking about?
the OBS app that you made me download.
OBS Studios?
Yeah.
That is for recording.
Yeah.
But your processor's like really, like it's worse than mine, and I'm struggling. Like, okay, if you guys have any doubts, just look at the quality of this live stream, okay? And then divide that by about 3. And that's probably what it'd be like for her to record a video. Not to mention, I'd have to teach you a lot of other things about video recording.
Really?
Yeah, what I don't have is diamonds!
You got one?
Yeah. That is not a very large quantity of diamonds. Did you see what I had to go through to get these diamonds?
Not really. I kind of came in.
Oh, I was fighting like a pile of mobs in a cave next to lava to get that one diamond. And it's like every time someone runs into a cave, they get excited. I'm like, what? What is so exciting about this? It's nothing but death.
Sounds like you're having a fun time.
I do really want to spend some time trying to get some diamonds though, because I really do need them.
There's a guardian temple not that far off the spawn island.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's something I'm going to want to check out. I do want to build a guardian farm. It's probably going to have to be right out on the guardian temple, but if we can build that guardian farm, like tear it down completely and then rebuild it as a nice guardian farm, we could actually get some pretty neat things from that, like prismarine blocks and what about like sea lanterns?
Technically, you don't need to go to the guardian farm to get sea lanterns. You go to like those old broken things underwater where you find a lot of ground at.
That's true, but that's not a whole lot of sea lanterns, and I need quite a few, I think.
I found like 6, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I didn't break any.
I actually want to build a guardian farm because it'll make it way faster to get sea lanterns and a lot easier. Of course, building the guardian farm is going to be probably a lot of death in a row.
Yeah.
But that's just a sacrifice we're going to have to deal with.
It's like you want to have the best, like armor and swords to fight, but you don't want to bring them because you just if you die over and over again, you're probably gonna lose all those armor.
Yeah, that's why I'm mining right now. I need to make sure I have enough for spares.
Bring leather armor and sticks.
I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with that. To be fair, that's pretty much what we spawn with in Bed Wars, and it actually works pretty effectively. But to be fair, I think that the Guardian AIs, I don't know, do they have more IQ than a? They probably have more IQ than a Bed Wars player. To be fair, Bed Wars players, the average Bed Wars player does not have the highest IQ. There's another cave. Woo! Did I mention that I really don't like caves?
Yes, like a lot.
Give me my iron. Thank you. Alright, let's see.
So you're actually that far off the spawn island?
That is a ravine. I'm not that far from Spawn Island, but it would take you a few minutes. And I thought you were like way far away from Spawn Island, so.
Not that far. I mean, it's again a little trip, but.
No. What the heck was that?
None of them around them.
I was thinking about it. But that's gonna take too long. Wait, you dropped something. I'm breaking too. That's the most useful enchant you ever saw.
Yes.
Yeah. There's emeralds there. Emeralds are kind of nice. They're not diamonds, but they are kind of nice.
Especially if you find some villagers.
Okay, it's gonna be noisy, but I think we're crossing the cave effectively, so I'm happy.
Nothing.
Aren't you guys gonna be going to Chipotle in like 15 minutes?
Oh, that's one of the chickers will be happening.
I think you're gonna be going in about 15 or 20 minutes. You'll be fine. See, typically when I'm hungry, I eat food. Wow. Oh, this is the same one as before. Lame. But how in the world? What did I? I'm not sure how this works. How did I get to that? Oh, I think I came out right next to it. Wait, this is a completely different area. Never mind. Never mind, I'm fine. That's not the cave from before. That's just a little lava pit. That I can deal with. Ooh, so this year I'm trying to start doing lawnmower repair or like small engine repair, and basically, if you're unfamiliar with that, it's really just fixing anything that has like usually like one cylinder. Some of them might be like 2 cylinders, but I'm trying to do like a repair service for lawnmowers and weed eaters and stuff, so that if people break their stuff, I can fix them. And I actually think this is I've thought about doing it before, but I just never was quite sure how I would do it, I guess. Wait, this is part of the cave. Hold up. Okay. Are we safe? They're not quite safe. There we go. That means we're probably about to hit the next cave, too. So anyway, I haven't really known how I was going to do lawnmower repair, but this year it looks like, my parents actually suggested that I just put it with my lawn care flyers. So I'm trying that, and I think it actually looks pretty nice. So I'm really hoping it's going to work. Because like someone I just talked to, they almost had us cut their grass, and then they didn't. But it sounded like their lawnmower was not. It was starting and then stopping. Usually when that happens, like if you prime it and it runs for a minute and then stops, that's usually a sign of a bad carburetor. And basically by priming it, you're just throwing fuel into the engine right away, but it still has to be able to draw more fuel from the gas tank on its own, otherwise it's just going to cut out the way theirs was doing. And it's not that uncommon or difficult of a problem to fix. In fact, I had to clean a carburetor on my neighbor's lawnmower. He actually gave it to me. It's my lawnmower now, but it wasn't working quite right because it didn't have, or because the carburetor was a little bit gummed up. And it looked pretty bad too. Like, this thing was, I don't know what was going on with it, but yeah, it needed to be cleaned really, really bad. But I did the cleaning, and it's working great now, which is pretty awesome. It's a nice lawnmower too. Like, it's a Toro recycler. It's not a personal pace, which, who knows, and maybe that's a little bit disappointing to some of you, but for me, even if it's not a personal pace, that's about as nice as a lawnmower as I have ever had. And it is still self-propelled, which is something that I've been wanting for a while now. So, even if I did have to clean the carb, that's a pretty small price to pay, I think. Considering I didn't really pay anything. The carb does have some corrosion, so I do need to work on it, but I think it might just need to be replaced. They're like $15 on eBay. The only problem is the eBay ones are like unbranded, and I think they're from China, so I'm not sure if they're going to be the most reliable or not, but I think I looked at the reviews and they got okay reviews, so they might actually check out. The problem is mainly that it's got the rust and corrosion, plus the bowl gasket was like completely bad. Yeah, I think it just ripped completely when I took it off. So the bowl gasket needs to be replaced, which right there could cost like a good few bucks. And then with the corrosion, it's almost worth just replacing it completely. But it runs pretty good now, even without all of those replacements. So I'm just going to leave it as is for the time being. If it starts having, I figured I'd spray it down real fast. Call it a, ooh, look what I found. Yeah, I figured I'd spray it down, go with that, and if it started giving me problems in the future, I would deal with it then. Basically. That looks like death. Okay, well, thank you, Go Power Sports. Nothing? There we go. Why? What did I do to deserve this? I got 1 diamond! And my redstone's gone. There's another diamond. I now got 2 diamonds, and I'm gonna burn. No, no, no. No, 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 no. This is terrifying. We're clear? I think we're finally clear. Wait. Did the gravel just fall right through that? Y'all saw it. Hacks. Bye. Have fun. Ooh, so another lawnmower that I had to fix. Found it on the side of the curb. It was a trash lawnmower, and my friend wanted to help me out with lawn care. But the problem was he didn't have his own lawnmower, and his dad didn't want to let him use his because they have an older lawnmower. And while I think it's pretty much mint, and it's really nothing that he should be concerned about whatsoever, he doesn't want to let him use it because he's just afraid something's going to happen, which I guess is a fair concern, but I don't know. Again, I think it'd be fine. Oh, campfires. How do you make those? Oh, weird. So yeah, he had to basically get his own lawnmower, or I had to like provide a lawnmower for him. And I'm not gonna go spend like a lot of money on a nice lawnmower or anything. So we found one on the side of the curb in the trash. Actually, we found a couple of them there. There was one steel one, and then like the deck was made of steel and it was really heavy. That didn't really show much promise, and I decided to get rid of it pretty quickly because I just did not feel like dealing with that. There was a weed eater. That was also just completely useless. I couldn't even get... I got spark out of it for a little bit, and then it went away, and I don't know, I just got kind of confused and decided not to mess with that any more than that. The real prize, though, was an older style Briggs. Or, the mower was an older style Briggs motor. which was pretty cool. And that one is actually cutting grass right now. Well, not right now as we speak right now, but like it works fine. It's in pretty good condition. So, well, I say that, but it actually looks like trash, but it runs like it's in pretty okay condition. It definitely needs a little more work, but hey, as long as it can, it's cutting for now, and as long as it keeps cutting for a while, I may be able to justify putting a little bit of actual money into it to make it actually do what I want. But until then, it's just going to continue to be what it is. I'm pretty sure the gas tank's got a little bit of trash in it, and the only, like, corrosion and rust trash, that's going to be kind of a pain to fix, because there's no way for me to really get anything into the gas tank, so I'm going to have to figure out something for that. And I think I also want to get a side discharge chute. I was looking for one, but I couldn't find the right one exactly, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do for that. But other than that, for something that was found on the side of the curb, it runs pretty good. I actually cut someone else's grass with it. We found a job to do, and my friend he ended up grabbing a different mower. He was afraid the one that I was using would be too unreliable, so I ended up grabbing that one and trying it out. Because for one thing, I think it needs to be used a little bit. Also, I really wanted to see how it performed, just because, you know, it's kind of my new baby and it just got it fixed. You know, I want to see if it works well. So I was using it, and I was like, dude, like we pretty much finished cutting the grass by this point. I was like, dude, I have no idea what you're afraid of. This lawnmower is mint. The thing actually runs really well. It cut the whole grass just fine. It had no troubles. It gave me no troubles. Not the most reliable at starting sometimes. It may take a couple of tries before it runs properly. But I can live with that, honestly. It's such a small thing to deal with that, honestly, who's going to care if you have to give it a couple extra pulls to get it to run completely fine? Anyway, I'm kind of hoping that with some of the knowledge and experience that I have gained from doing this, that I can actually like make some money with it. Because you figure some people, they may be fine doing their lawns on their own, but just don't feel like, you know, maybe they're not super familiar with small engines and they don't want to break their stuff, which is a fair concern. I think it wouldn't be that difficult to learn, but that doesn't always convince people. Like, I know it doesn't always convince me. So, for some people it's worth just spending, like, I don't know, maybe like 15 or 20 bucks to get their oil changed or whatever. I'm really hoping that, like, I can get a lot of oil change jobs, because even though they do take kind of a long time, just because you have to sit there and wait for the oil to drain out, it would I'm asking like 20 bucks for an oil change, which I think is pretty decent considering I have to go out to them and pick up the mower and then take all the, like, sit there for 15 to 20 minutes maybe to drain, at least, if it's not like sludge already. Yeah, oil's like really important, so it's definitely something you can't skip. And so people are definitely going to have to get it done. And if they're not someone that's comfortable working on it themselves, then that might be a good way for me to really make some money. We'll see, though. We'll see. I might end up doing better off of carb cleanings or something like that. I don't know. Or just general tune-ups. One thing that I really need to do this summer is start working towards my license, or at least my permit. And I really want to get like a pickup truck, because then I can just haul around all of my lawn equipment, and I could really expand my lawn care business then. Because as of right now, my pickup truck just kind of, or I don't have a pickup truck. As of right now, I'm just kind of pushing my lawnmowers up and down the street. And the thing is that I've got to ride my riding lawnmower up and down the street. And if I get caught with like an extra mower or something, I'm literally just sitting there dragging it behind me, which is fine. Our road's pretty quiet, but the only concern is that if a cop shows up, they're probably going to be like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like getting arrested. I would hope they'd have better things to do than to pick on kids who can't afford stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I've heard of some pretty weird things going on. Unfortunately, not everyone really likes the way that nobody really. I've heard some people say. Try not to say any names. Yeah, I've heard that there are some concerns with the police department in our area, but I haven't really had too much trouble with them personally. Of course, I don't really do anything, but I don't think I have a reason to think that they're like really bad or anything. It's just, I guess it's probably something that I'm used to, because the people that had the concerns were also not. I don't think they were in Maryland for, since they were born or anything. I think they were born somewhere else. Pretty sure. So for me, what seems normal is probably like to them like, really? Like recently, I went on a retreat up to another state, and it's like in that area, property. Well, I'm guessing property's kind of cheaper, but more so, you get like quite a bit of property up in that area. Because where I'm at, we have a housing association, and they're like they're kind of strict, and some of the rules I don't like. That's for sure. But you have to follow them. But up in this area, it's like I was talking to someone who lived in that area. And they were like, yeah, 12-year-olds drive trucks on the back roads sometimes because they're like it's basically part of their driveway. I'm like, what? I'm sitting here like I still don't have my permit because I just didn't feel like getting it. I don't know. You can take that how you will. Like, the reason I really haven't bothered to try to get my permit was because I couldn't drive. Well, I don't think that I would have had anything to drive. Now, my grandparents almost brought me a truck from Oregon, a pickup truck. Would have been probably an older one, I'm guessing. But I was like getting super excited about that, and I was like, okay, I could actually learn to drive for that. But then they ended up selling it to someone else because they figured it wasn't. Older truck probably wasn't worth bringing down. Maybe we can work something out still, but I don't know. My plan is to just go ahead and get my permit this summer. Once I do, though, I can probably actually like drive my parents' vehicles around a little bit. Because the reason I wasn't driving before is because like we have 3 vehicles. Okay, Dad takes one to work every day. Mom takes care of her errands every day in the other one. And then the third one is my dad's Trans Am. It's pretty cool. But it's completely trash. Like, we're actually planning to work on it this spring. We're pretty much going to have to do everything to it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to warrant a full rebuild. But it's going to be a whole heck of a lot of work to get that thing running right again. Because I think last time the radiator fans weren't turning on like they were supposed to, so the engine would overheat quickly. Also, like, once it got to a certain RPM or whatever, it sounded like it would actually start running like trash, I think, or something like that. I don't know if they fixed that problem yet, but yeah, it's been several years. My dad swears it's only like 3 years since it started sitting, but I think it's just 3 years since the last time they attempted to fix it. I'm pretty sure it started sitting before that. Might have been more like 5 or 6 years when it started giving them all these troubles. Of course, being that it's a 95, it's a 95. Being older does mean that it's going to be harder to fix, but, or not necessarily harder to fix, but it's going to be harder to keep running correctly. But honestly, it's such a cool car. It's definitely not a top performance car by today, or by any standards. By today's standards, it's not that powerful of a car. But for back in the day, it was pretty good. And more importantly, it was in some movies, like I don't know if anyone's seen Smokey and the Bandit. That's pretty cool. Or Knight Rider was a really cool show that featured a Trans Am. So, the Trans Am's pretty neat, but his definitely needs some work before it's going to work again. Oh my gosh, it's another cave! Yeah, no. That looks entirely like death. Actually, I don't see a whole lot of mobs around because of the lava, which is kind of helpful. But at the same time, I know I'm going to like hop out of there, and then turn around, and a creeper's going to blow up in my face. I think I'm going to head back up to the surface for now. I've been mining in a straight line for some time here, and I think I need to go empty my inventory. Yeah. Three diamonds. Oh, I got 7 diamonds. That's really not that much. I've done way better, to be honest. And I kind of wish I was getting more, but if I'm not, it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. think pretty soon I'm gonna have to start. Wow, that was loud. I think I'm gonna have to start getting an enchantment table and getting some diamond armor, which means I really am gonna have to keep grinding for quite some time. Maybe I'll build a shop. What do you think? How much is sugarcane worth? I'm trying to think of how much I should sell like sugarcane for, because I could probably make some pretty serious diamonds off of that. If you think about it. Is it still raining outside? It's not. I don't think it is. Oh, woo, it's nighttime. Yay, I get to fight mobs. Wait, I'm the only one on the server. I can go to sleep. Oh my gosh, I love this little smelter. Wait, oh. You just throw stuff in the top, and then it just kind of smelts for you. I definitely need to get a bigger one, but for now, this thing's not that slow. I mean, it does okay. It's definitely respectable. We'll grab some of those lapis and turn it to blocks. Just over half a stack of diamonds. Oh gosh. I have almost as many emeralds as I have, well, half as many, but that's still a large number of emeralds in comparison. Why do I have random redstone up here? Just like in real life, my room is messy. Can I build a smoker? So supposedly smokers cook your food like way faster. I don't think I've tried one yet. Or did I? I might have tried one and it was kind of pointless. I don't know. I mean, if you want to like play around and have smoked food, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's just kind of a gimmicky thing, to be honest. If you have like a really good smelter, really good furnace setup, you'll probably be just fine. And back down into the mines while these kind of slowly smelt. I really only have like... Actually, that's quite a bit of gold, I guess. Not that much, really. I'm really kind of curious as to how the sugarcane farm is going. I'm guessing it's been harvesting. The problem is those hoppers in the middle are full, and I've not yet made a line to a chest that I can access. You're gonna see that video at some point. I kind of just finally gave up because the amount of quartz that I'm using for this project is redonkulous. Like, I've made it take up way too much quartz. It's kind of silly. I probably really should have picked an easier block to use, but oh, it really doesn't feel like it. I really thought that I liked the nice design of quartz. Realistically, stone slabs probably would have been just as good, but come on. The quartz just looks high end. Maybe I'll use stone slabs for my cactus farm when I build that thing up. Stone slabs and blue glass panes. That could look pretty cool, I guess. Now, I did not grab myself more torches, so I'm gonna have to dig up some more coal, I guess. Man, this is a long mine shaft, isn't it? I really hope I start finding some actual diamonds, because I really need some. Oh gosh, I've still got all my stuff floating out here. Jeez, that spider freaked me out there for a second. That's terrifying. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for. You might have noticed that I'm kind of running out of things to talk about here. Also, I do still have chemistry homework to work on. Not to mention math homework, although I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it all. I don't know, it's pretty crazy. I just have way too much math homework. Okay, the problem was I wasn't able to do my math homework until 3/4 of the way through the year. Because at first I was trying to, we do it through a program called My Math Lab. You may have heard of it. You may have not have heard of it. But My Math Lab, the way it works is since Canvas isn't good enough, we have to pay another website to use their website for their course, for my math course. It's really weird, and all of the homework is on there. Okay, but the problem was, at first I didn't realize what I was doing, so I didn't know that I had to pay for it. So I kind of spent some time struggling with that until like halfway through the year. I finally figured out that I needed to pay for it. That you actually have to buy this program, or like buy a 2-semester subscription, or whatever, however it works. You have to pay for it. And so I talked to my parents, and then at first they're like, well, I told my mom, and she's like, I don't want to spend another $100 for your course. And to be fair, she probably shouldn't have. It was kind of too late by that point, as it was. Maybe I could have recovered from them. But no, she didn't want to buy it yet. So I brought it up a couple more times, but still didn't really get anywhere. Finally, like, what, a month or two later, maybe? Finally, I'm like, guys, I need this. This is required for my course. And I told Dad too, because I know he's like, well, it sucks, but if you need it for your course. So they talked about it for not very long, and then decided to buy it for me. So now I have the math course, but it was like at least 3/4 of the way through the semester-ish. Yeah, I only got it like maybe a couple months ago. Not really enough time to do all of the homeworks. Maybe I could, when I finish my chemistry homework, I might be able to do some math homeworks before the end of the semester. Oh yeah, all of the math homeworks are due at the end of the semester, by the way. Which helps out some, but that's still not gonna save me completely, I think. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to do as much as I can for now, and then I'm just gonna take the L on the rest. And there's nothing I can do about it. I found more diamonds at least. After finals do end, though, I'm hoping I'll have a lot more time for videos, which would be awesome. I also am really hoping that I'll be able to do some business work, like cutting grass and selling computers. I don't know, selling computers seems to have slowed down ever since we got into spring. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a better winter business to run, while, you know, cutting grass is a better spring and summer, maybe fall. It actually kind of makes sense because when it's nice out, what are people going to do? They're going to go outside. Well, they're going to play on their Xbox instead of their computer. I'm kidding. They're going to want to, like, go outside, ride their bikes, you know, play with their scooters. They're going to play outside, okay? They're going to go to the park. But during the winter, people are looking for, like, either, like, a really nice Christmas gift or you know, birthday gift for their kid. You know, their son wants, you know, the craziest looking RGB computer that they can get, but the parents' budget's like $300, and they need it by Christmas. So that's where, like, my computer business comes in, because then, you know, I can sell a, you know, a mid-tier computer for around $300 or $400 then, and people will buy it, because what else are they going to do? They're trapped inside. It's too cold to do anything outside. You have to hope it snows so that you have something to play with, or in my case, something to do, something to shovel. Yeah, winter's not all bad, to be fair, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a little more spring to winter ratio, I think. The other thing is that the area I live in, school gets canceled for the craziest reasons. One time our school actually had a fire, and we were trapped outside. Okay, it was a dryer, which I guess it was a gas dryer, so maybe the school was filling up with natural gas or something. So they sent, it literally happened right after I got to school. I guess it got left on all night or something, like a switch didn't deactivate properly or whatever. So whatever the scenario, it ran all night and it burned out because they're not supposed to run that long, for that long of a time. And so by the morning it caught on fire. This is just what I've heard. So by the morning it, like, ow. It caught on fire and caused some problems. What? That was a confusing block to work with. Why is my torch teleporting? Okay then. So yeah, we had to stand outside for like 2 hours at least. 2 or 3 hours, I think. And finally they sent us home. I was like, why does it take so long to say, go home? I was like texting my mom, letting her know what's going on. She's like, okay, so do I need to pick you up? I'm like, I don't know, they won't tell us. It took a full 2.5 hours to figure it out. And okay, that was a dryer. A few days later, I don't know exactly the details of this one. I know like less details than for the first fire. But from what I had heard, some kid set the soap dispenser on fire. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that burning plastic is supposed to be really toxic and bad. So I would think that would warrant, like, if they're going to send us home because the dryer caught on fire, imagine what would happen if somebody burned plastic in the school building. No, we stood outside for a couple hours, and then we went back inside the school and continued on with the day. And everyone's like, what? You already interrupted us. Just let us go home. It's too late. But nope, we had to stay there all day. The moral of the story is if the fire's going to happen, let it happen naturally. Otherwise, you'll have to go to school still. I think maybe they really were just punishing that one kid I don't know. Again, this is just what I've heard. I didn't see it firsthand or anything. Maybe none of this is true. Maybe no one. Maybe the soap dispenser just burst into flames on its own. There's no way for me to know, except from what I heard. That's it's an underwater cave, which is kind of cool, but they're also kind of painful to deal with. For this reason. I'm probably going to run into another section of it too. What did I tell you? You know, it'd be great if I ever saw one with diamonds in it, but nope. The underwater caves are honestly, they're kind of cool, but they're not for much else than good looks, I think. Because who's gonna sit there and mine for half an hour to get like one piece of iron? That's not worth it. Even if it was diamonds, I don't know, it'd have to be a pretty large vein to make it worth sitting there. The only reason I really would bother with exploring these underwater caves is if I had like aqua affinity and breathing and stuff. You know, stuff that would make it a lot less painful to mine underwater for an extended period of time. But I don't have those yet. In fact, I don't really think I've ever really gotten to try that out at all, to be honest. Where am I? What? I think my mouse just went kind of glitchy there. I've kind of thought of a mod that would be really nice to do to my mouse for AFK fishing, and that would be to link a switch into the right-click button, so that instead of trying to tape down my mouse or something weird like that, I can just flip a switch like on the side of the mouse, and then it would just hold. It would be effectively me holding down right-click. Because the tape, you know, you can do it a few times before the tape wears out, but it's kind of annoying to peel back off and stuff every time. Undershadow did say we could use an auto clicker for that, but I don't know if I want to download one. And the only problem with that is that on servers, if they like on PvP servers, if you're using an auto clicker, you could get into pretty serious trouble. Now it's only going to hold down my right click button, so I'm not sure it's actually going to. I don't know if it's actually going to be something that they would consider bannable, but I don't want to really chance that. So just having a mod to hold down the right click button would be a lot nicer, because then I don't have to worry about it at all, and I only have to use it occasionally. Well, I don't have to use it on the server either, but again, if they like somehow realize that you have something that a file that you're not supposed to, they might be like, hey, what's up, dude? Ready to get banned today? There's one server I played on that I was like, I don't know if anyone knows, back in the day when before Minecraft crashed, there's a version of Minecraft where it would just make you teleport around. And so I joined the server and had that glitch, and I didn't feel like restarting my Minecraft yet, so I just hadn't yet. But then, like, I'm not super familiar with the server. I didn't get to play on it very long. But whatever their equivalent of like an admin or a moderator is, they came over and they were like, dude, why are you hacking? I'm like, what? I'm not hacking, I'm just lagging. And then he's like, yeah, you're banned. I'm like, I was so confused. Like, this guy, I don't know if he just didn't play a lot of Minecraft or what. It was a pretty small server, to be fair, but like, he just banned me. He had no evidence except for like a Minecraft glitch, which if you don't know about the Minecraft glitch, if you're banning based on a few seconds of someone being glitched out in Minecraft, I'm not sure you should be an admin, honestly, in my opinion. You should be familiar with some of the things that can happen. Because people shouldn't be getting banned for stuff that's out of their control. Now I'm sure there's going to be like that one dude that's like, oh, my cat accidentally clicked on my mouse and downloaded a hack client and now I'm banned because of it. No, please unban. Like, okay, that's obviously not true. I don't think your cat can download a hack client, and even if it could, you could uninstall it. I don't know, I didn't really bother doing much about that because the server was really small and it wasn't even like a PvP server, and looking back it's just not something that was that interesting. Like it was basically one where you could ride roller coasters. So I don't even know how teleporting would even, I don't even understand why it was like that big of a deal to them that they had to be like, okay, you're perm-banned, hacker, exposed, caught, never hack on my server. Like, no, it doesn't do anything, first off. And second off, it was a glitch. Unfortunately though, on Hypixel, like, people do actually get banned for breezily bridging. But it's hard to tell sometimes when bridgers are cheating and when they're just really, really good at the game. Because you turn around and like half the people you meet are breezily bridging. But the problem is some people are using like auto clicker so they can right click really fast, but they're not actually right clicking. And that's an unfair advantage. That's like clearly not skill based. And those kind of dudes shouldn't be doing. Those guys do need to be banned, but the problem is then if Watchdog detects you getting like a certain click rate consistently, it might think that you're hacking and it'll be like, ah, out of here, banned. Because it doesn't realize the difference between someone who's really good at the game and someone who's using a client. I know it'd take a lot of work and coding to figure out how to fix that, but I do think that it should be fixed. It probably was by now, to be honest, but most people don't breezily bridge anyway. I think it's something that I would like to learn for fun, but I don't know if it'd like be the biggest game changer. I've had people breezily bridge to me, and then just be like completely terrible with PvP. Like they'll breezily bridge halfway and then fall off the map by themselves or something, or like they'll breezily bridge all the way, but then they'll get to me, and then they'll get like 3 left clicks per second, and it's like I'll just like throw them off a ledge instantly. I'm like, you did all that just to build me a bridge as fast as possible. Honestly, in something like 2v2s, you're better off just getting a good teammate. Like, if you have 2 sentient teammates on one team, there's just nothing anyone's going to be able to do about that. Like, basically it comes down to whoever's a bigger tryhard. And a lot of the time I am the bigger tryhard, but sometimes I go up against some nerds. There's some people, like, the problem is once they build like a really easy access bridge directly over you, if they just individually perma rush you, there's just nothing you can do, because you're gonna get one dude and then you're gonna kill them off, but by the time you're done killing them and recovering, this is not something that's going to happen. I'm good. Anyway, by the time you're done recovering from the one dude, what in the world? by the time you're done recovering from one dude, the next dude's already there. There's just nothing you can do about it. And then when they both get there, you have to hope that you're really good at 2v1ing, or 2v2ing if there's two of you guys on the team. At that point, then you might be able to stop them from breaking your bed, and then one of you could defend while the other one actually takes the opportunity, but it's really difficult. Some people just don't know when to quit. I don't know, I'm pretty sweaty myself sometimes. It does get old. I kind of miss the days when, like, Bedwars players just jumped off the map by themselves. They don't do it as often anymore. I mean, a lot of people still do, but not quite as often. People are kind of figuring out how to play the game. I'm going to block this one off so I don't need to go back down it again. Unfortunately, I do think I'm going to have to call that a stream. I'm getting kind of tired of mining in a straight line, to be honest. And as I've mentioned before, I do have a lot of chemistry homework to finish up. I guess I got a few more diamonds. I really wish I'd gotten more than this, but I guess there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Just have to keep mining until you find them. I don't know, maybe my luck will improve. Now let's see, did these guys... My carrots all seem intact. I'm looking out for villagers because they're actually pretty annoying. I don't see any though right now. You can see I put the villager sign up there. It's pretty funny. Oh, excuse me. Alright, well, as I said, I think I'm going to end the live stream right here. It was, I need a lot more diamonds still, but it was alright, I guess. I had some fun at least. But there's definitely a lot of work left to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting busy on my chemistry homework again, I think. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, but I'm gonna be taking it easy now. I'm gonna be trying to pass finals. Hopefully after that, I'll be able to do a lot more stuff outside of worrying about school. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later.